Okay, it is 5 p.m. on July 11th, and the Kerrville City Council Workshop is now in session. Do we have any public comments?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Item 2A is a discussion and consideration and possible action for a city manager search process update. Ms. Kim?
Hello, good afternoon. Okay, I'm going to provide a city manager search timeline and update. Kent Myers, our recruiter, could not be here tonight, but he provided me all of the information that is in this presentation. So we'll start out with a timeline of where we have been. On May the 30th, a special called city council meeting to determine the process for hiring a new city manager. On June the 5th, consulting agreement executed with Clear Career Professionals, and our lead recruiter is Kent Myers, former city manager of Fredericksburg. On June 15th, the lead recruiter met with the available council, senior staff, and community stakeholders to identify qualifications and characteristics for the new city manager. That information was used to develop the job profile for the position. The job profile will guide the search process, and there is a copy of the job profile at your seats. On June 22nd, the city manager position was posted on the Texas City Management Association website, International City Manager Association, Management Association website, Texas Municipal League, and LinkedIn, and it has a closing date of July 21st, so fast approaching. During the first 2.5 weeks of promotion and marketing efforts, 22 applications were received, and Clear Career expects to have 30 to 40 total applications by the closing date. Their responsibilities following the closing date: Clear Career will review the resumes and select 6 to 8 semifinalists. The semifinalist selection will be based on how well the candidate matches the qualifications and characteristics that were previously identified. They will screen the semifinalist with a recorded telephone interview. They will narrow those down to the top 2 to 3 finalists. They will conduct background checks on those folks and then recommend those folks to council for interviews. Prior to the city council interviews with the finalists, Clear Career will provide a copy of all of the resumes received for the position, even the ones not selected, and audio tapes of the telephone interviews with the semifinalists. Council always has the option to add or remove a finalist from the list recommended by Clear Career of those that he will send to you or any others. Clear Career will also provide a list of questions that council may use during the interviews, but also encourages you to ask your own questions. We will interview, or y'all will interview, the top 2 to 3 candidates on August 9th, 10th, and 11th if needed. If we only have 2, we'll pick 2 days that those people are available. If we have 3, then we'll use the 3 days. Potential to even have maybe a couple more, and if that's the case, then we may have to double up on a couple of days. The proposed candidate interview schedule, which can be changed: 2 o'clock on one of those days, they will meet with senior staff. 3 o'clock, one-on-one with Mayor Eichner. 4 o'clock, a tour of the city with a staff member. 5 o'clock, a meet and greet with the community. And then 6 o'clock, we'll begin the interview with city council, and y'all can take as much time as you need. After the interviews, the top candidate will be selected by city council. Negotiations of the employment agreement will begin, and then y'all will approve an employment agreement and announce the selection to the public. We have an estimated start date for the new city manager of October 2nd. Happy to answer any questions.
In your opinion, it seems to be going as planned?
Seems to be going as planned, yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Me
And
too.
you said how many applicants?
22 so far.
Okay.
And the cutoff date is the 21st?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
July 21st.
Okay.
I believe that's next Friday.
So we should be getting some more in before then, I would suspect.
Yes. He expects to have probably a total between 30 and 40.
We
Okay.
want another one that gets like 10 minutes before the deadline. That's the one we want.
Yeah. They all count the same, as long as they meet the deadline.
Do you know if they're interviewing now, or do they usually wait till after
I
the
think
deadline?
they wait
Okay,
because they want to make sure that they have all of them.
yeah, okay. Do you know what the amount was that we agreed to pay the firm?
It is in the, in the firm, 15,000, sorry.
One other comment that I want to make on the final process to the selection, of the final selection. I emailed Ms. Meismer about this, and she sent us the email, and I want to bring it up for council to also consider. You probably saw the email, if, I believe you may
There's
have
a
forwarded.
copy of it sitting at
Oh.
your chairs.
Wonderful. Okay. So specifically is there's the proposed candidate interview schedule. The one-on-one with the mayor is the only thing that I would like to see. I would recommend doing it a little bit differently, simply because in that type of meeting, it can be perceived that the mayor has more authority over the city manager or even during the hiring process, which isn't the case. In fact, all council members, including the mayor, have equal authority over the city manager and equal voting power, everything when it comes to that position and through the whole hiring process. So I suggested that rather than having that one-on-one meeting, we will be able to have a meeting, with that candidate all at the same time. I don't know any reason to do a one-on-one meeting separate from the rest of council. I think at that point, when we have the final city council or city manager, individual council members, definitely have that ability to meet further with the city manager, talk about whether individual priorities, collective, whatever it may need to be, but at least in this preliminary process, before we select somebody, I think it'd be best to come forward as a unified and show equal representation and have that process done that way.
I don't have any problem with the mayor meeting one-on-one. They will be working very closely together, and I don't have any problem whatsoever with her meeting one-on-one.
Yeah, I appreciate your opinion, Mr. Garcia, but I think the schedule looks fine. Having been the mayor of the city of Kerrville before, while I only had one vote, I was in it every day, almost 8 hours a day. So, did I know more than some of the council members? Nope. Did I have more power than the other ones? Nope. And I had a lot of skin in the game. So I think it's fine. And I think Mayor Agnew will represent us well. Not only this council, but the community. This community came together at an election and chose her to be mayor, which is, I know she only has one vote. She equal with all of us. But being mayor is a little different. And not one I envy, not a position I envy.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you said, Mr. Garcia, I do. I've thought about it, and, she represents the city on top of us. And I know we all have the equal power and equal authority, but I don't have a problem with the mayor meeting one-on-one, because at 6 o'clock that evening, we're all gonna get to meet with them. And then we can ask our questions of whatever we wanna ask. Do you like Big League Chew, or do you like, whatever? So it's, I think that, I don't have a problem with it. And I do appreciate your email and everything that you did say. But I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
And that is that's been the standard operating process in the past too, Kim?
Yes, sir.
For
The
our-
response, yes, sir, the response that I provided to Councilmember Garcia and the rest of you was straight from my conversation with Mr. Myers this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, item 3 is executive session. Does anybody feel the need to adjourn into executive session?
Are we going to need to do that under economic development?
Yes, sir.
I move that we go into, to executive session under sections 551.071 and 551.087.
Second.
Okay, at this time, we will adjourn. All in favor? Any opposed? And it passes. We will move into executive session at this time. At 5:09.
Ooh, that was good.
Okay. We are out of executive session at 5:56 PM. No action was taken, and at this time, I adjourn the meeting at 5:57.